right, folks, so I've arrived here, already scaled in at the Granite Mountain Quarry. I picked up a load here last week. Just trying to remember where it is exactly I'm supposed to go. Last time they had me wait down at the scale and a loader came and got me, but this time he said just to go to the same place I got loaded last time. So I think it was this. I'm not sure. Not sure. Well, I'm gonna go this way.
Hey, Brother John, give me 23 and a half, please.
Let me get back to you. Yeah, I was asking that guy there if I was going the right way. And he seemed to think so. Let's see. Just giving you a look. Boy, that's a big place. I'm really not sure if this is the same way I went last time or not, but I think it'll get me to where I need to go. Oh, that's a nice bump. Yeah, I think where I'm supposed to be is once I go up this little hill here, I think the loading area will be there to the left. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Oh boy. I guess that was the right way. So the last time, and I'm assuming I'm getting the same product, he just had me kind of back up next to this big rock pile to our left. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's not very level. Well, let me get positioned and I'll get back to you. All right, guys, so here's where I've positioned the trailer, and I did contact the loader on the CB. He said he'd be here as soon as he could get up here. So, man, the tarp sure was a lot smoother to use after the shop fixed it for me. Wish I knew how that happened. All right, so I'm just showing you the trailer. What I did is I've rolled back the tarp, as you can see, and then I've put my bows all to one side, except for these back two and the front two, because he won't be dumping the front end loader way up here. So, you know, the loads I've had this week haven't had to get a trailer wash out. It's all been pretty dry stuff, so that's cool. So let's see how things look back here. That's what I'm picking up, giving you a big view of the operation here. You can see it's a huge place. I don't know how far back it goes back there, but they got rail cars loaded. Big operation. All right, I'll try to show you some load if I can. All right, guys, giving you a shot of the load. He's already dumped one bucket in the back. All right, let's see what the gauges look like. The rear is already at about 30. The front is at about 24. We'll probably put this scoop in the middle. All right, well. You get the idea. That's how it works here, getting loaded at the Granite Mountain Quarry. Okay, so now he had a scale on his loader, and he said according to his readings, he was right at 23 tons, which is what I was shooting for. My rear gauge shows me just under 34, which would be perfect. But my front axle gauge, you know, my drive axles, only showed me at about 26,000, which I don't really trust those, because the other day when I got loaded, it was showing me a lot lower than it actually was. And I had to end up getting the loader to take a little off. I think a lot of times it just has, you know, it's kind of finicky as to how the truck's sitting. So I bet when we get up here to the scale, we'll get a better reading. In fact, if I get to some nice flat ground, I'm gonna get out and check it, just for my own knowledge. They don't like you tarping yet, so the guy at the scale house said to leave your tarp open. So I've still got my tarp open and my bows tucked away, because I think he said they have to see the product. I guess they have a camera that looks down into the load or something, but you're not supposed to finish up your tarping and moving your bows until after you've scaled out. So that's how it works. See if we can get up the hill here. This is about the least messy place I've had to go so far in my Oakley career. I like this place. It's easy to get into. Pretty quick, trouble-free load. The loaders seem to know what they're doing. That's not the same loader I had last week, but they both seem to know what they were doing and could tell how much weight they're putting on, which is helpful. Just giving you a shot. Hadn't really come across any good level ground yet to get out and take another look at my scale. Quite an operation. Here's a little mud. I really wanted to get a truck wash today, but you know, it's just, there's like 4 trucks in line, and from what I can tell, it takes about half an hour for, you know, per truck. Some of them are getting trailer washes, truck washes, or both. So I'm late enough getting started today anyway. I'll worry about the wash later. All right, we should be coming upon the scale here as we make this turn. Excuse my sniffles. See, you got a lot of dump truck action here, of course. So the way it works is you'll get on the scale and then get out and go up to the window, and he'll give me my shipping documents. All right, more later. Okay, folks. So I got scaled out, got my shipping documents. They had my total weight at right at 77,000. He's telling me to go. And once I got level there on the scales, I got out and checked my gauges, and it was perfect. I mean, it was a little under 34 on the front and the rear, so perfect. So I'm gonna pull over here, get my bows put back in the right place, get my tarp put over, visit the little porta potty, and head to Joplin, Missouri. And I'll have to get some fuel on the way. More later. All right, guys, gonna give you a peek of the load through the man door here. That's what we got. A load of, they call this filter rock. So I've already gone through and put my bows back in place. Now I've just got to roll my tarp back over and bungee down the back. So that's what we got. You can see, you know, there's been a lot of snowfall so far this morning. Just some dry, this is what they call a dusting. It's cold. It's 9 degrees right now. It's gotten colder since I got up. Just giving you a view of some different kind of weather. I just talked to one of my classmates from orientation, Richard, who was on one of my videos from that week. He's doing hopper bottom, and he's kind of up in this area too, heading south from up around Kansas City, delivering to somewhere in Huntington, Arkansas. It's down around Fort Smith. There's some cool rock on the sides of these hills here where they cut through to make this highway. This stretch of highway here has only been open about I don't know, maybe a year or so. So yeah, this week has had some frustrating things, you know, kind of to deal with, mostly tarp related, and then I got pulled in for an inspection at a weigh station again. I don't know if I've talked about that yet. But yeah, that's my second time in my 3 weeks out in Oakley already. Yeah, just a learning curve of doing new freight, new company, new system, new tarps. Just kind of anxious to get through this week and next week and get back to kind of a normal weekly schedule. Anyway, giving you a look at some of the snow scenery of today. I've still got about, I'm still in Missouri actually, but I'll be crossing into northwest Arkansas here in a few miles. So I've still got probably 3.5, 4 hours to go to get to North Little Rock. All right, more later. All right, guys. Hey, it's Thursday afternoon. Boy, some wicked weather this afternoon coming down from, you know, Joplin, Missouri to here. Very cold, and the temperature is dropping. So, getting a truck wash. I stopped in at the shop when I pulled in, and went in and got me a couple of these clips. These clips right here that we use to lock in the tarp pole and other things back there on the trailer, mud flaps and all. So it's good to have a couple of extras. And was able to get into the truck wash here. Finally. Caught them without anybody in line. So they're doing a good job. My truck needed it too after driving through all that snow and slush today. They're scrubbing it with, you know, they got warm water, and got about 3 guys out there working on it, scrubbing it with brushes. It's gonna look good. All right, so for Friday, with the holiday coming up and the bad weather coming in, Joey, my dispatcher, said that he's not sure how tomorrow's going to go. You know, that a lot of our customers are just kind of shutting up for the holidays, especially with the bad weather coming in. So, not sure if I'm going to actually do anything tomorrow or not. I told him, you know, if he needs me to come out and get a local load, that I would. But may just be home for Friday through Monday and come back out Tuesday. We'll see. Not sure how that's going to work yet. Yeah, that's it for now. Getting a truck wash and using the time to kind of get my stuff organized, you know, get all my, dirty clothes gathered up, sheets, get all my supplies kind of ready to transport. We'll take a look at the yard once we get out of here, and I'll do a weekly recap later also. Okay guys, so I'm giving y'all a look of the truck wash from outside the truck. I got Tyrone here and Dante. They're doing a good job, man. They get up on a ladder and scrub the top, and really working it over real good. It sure needed it. And then there's, what's the guy working on the trailer?
Tate.
Tate?
Tate.
Tate?
Tate.
Tate. Tate, like the tractor.
Yeah,
so we're
just... Yeah. You gonna roll it up front?
No. This is Case back here working on the trailer. Just filming this from our YouTube channel. That's all.
Yeah. Hey. What's up, YouTube?
He said, "What's up, YouTube?" So man, there was some dirt on this truck and trailer. Woo, man. It needed it. I guess I'm kind of getting in Tyrone's way now.
Yeah, it ain't gonna get pretty good with this one.
Ah, I see that. Man, does it look better. Woo-wee. All right, so and so you put a cover over the wheel.
Keep the acid off.
Oh, they cover up the wheels to keep the acid off. Okay, learning something new. All right, let me get out of the way here. They're doing a great job. So there's another truck over here in the other bay going. So yeah, just giving you a good look inside the truck wash. These guys do a really thorough job. I don't mind so much now paying the $46 to have it washed. You know, you get a wash like this at the Blue Beacon, it's like, I don't know, 80 bucks or something. So anyway, looks good. Woo! Well, here's a shot from the yard, guys. Here's my truck. Got it parked. Gonna go home. At least it looks better. Be nice and clean for the next mud pit I go to. Oh man. And they cleaned the outside of the trailer too. I'm just going around checking everything, make sure we're good, doing a quick post trip. These are the pins I was talking about. These pins right here, we use them to hold in our mud flaps and all. I got a couple of spares on that. So yep, I'm gonna get home before the roads get totally slick. More later. Okay guys, hey, I just wanted to do a quick recap of the week. This was a short week for me, so not anything to brag about. I had total miles of 1,621 miles, 892 were loaded, 729 empty, for a total of 1,621 miles. And I had gross of $3,876 and a net revenue of $2,590. So not the kind of week I'm after, but you know, I'm just trying to get through these 2 weeks around the holidays and really get going. I had some issues, you know, as a newbie that I had to work through. One of which was, well, I didn't even get the week started until like 10 a.m. on Monday. And then I got home on Friday morning, and that's when I took my truck to the shop and got that couple of issues repaired out at the Kenworth dealership. So, you know, short week. And I wanted to say again that you know, I've had a lot of comments from you guys about the comments I've left about the bunk heater, and I just want to be clear. You know, I did get that repaired last week up at the Thermo King dealership here in North Little Rock, and Arrow Truck Sales did cover the cost of that, which was about, I think, $1,200, something like that. So appreciate that. And so yeah, I'm gonna have a couple of short weeks, because I think, you know, I had more than 20 hours left on my 70-hour clock for this week. So definitely a short week. And then next week when I do a recap, it's going to be a short week also, because again, I didn't start till Monday morning and I got home on Thursday. So definitely short weeks. But I'm starting out this coming week. I've got a load. I'm picking up about an hour from here in Stuttgart, Arkansas, some what do they call it, soybean meal, and I'm delivering it down to southern Louisiana. So I'm picking it up Monday morning, probably going to be there by 7:30, and going to deliver it on Monday. So get the week started off strong, and we should start to see some better numbers. So yeah, that's the recap. That's it.